In the chilling whispers of the wind, a danger lurks, silent yet deadly. Picture a world where the dead do not rest, where hushed silence is shattered by the dragging of lifeless feet. Here in this realm of nightmares, we explore the unseen danger, the zombie apocalypse. An eerie concept, isn't it? A hushed whisper, an unsettling rumor, yet the fear it instills is all too real. It's easy to dismiss it as mere fiction, but what if it isn't? Today we delve into this haunting possibility, not to frighten, but to prepare, to arm ourselves with strategies, should the unthinkable occur. We will uncover the dark secrets, not only to survive, but to defy the very entities that should be at rest. So listen closely, the knowledge shared today could be your key to resilience or your downfall into the abyss of the undead. As we step into the realm of the undead, remember, knowledge is our first line of defense. In this world of the undead, ignorance isn't bliss, it's your downfall. In the face of a zombie apocalypse, knowledge becomes your best weapon and your first line of defense. It's crucial to understand the nature of the beast you're up against. Zombies, or the living dead, are relentless, tireless, and driven by a singular hunger, the craving for living flesh. But how do you fight a foe that feels no pain, no fear, no exhaustion? It starts with awareness. Awareness of your surroundings, of their habits and weaknesses, and most importantly, awareness of yourself. In a world overrun by the undead, every sound, every shadow, every movement matters. The rustling of leaves, the creaking of a door, the distant groan could all be signs of an approaching horde. Unseen dangers lurk in every corner, and the smallest lapse in attention could spell your doom. The key here is constant vigilance. Your senses become your greatest asset. Listen for the unnatural silence that often precedes a zombie attack. Watch for signs of disturbances like displaced objects or broken barriers. Smell for the distinct stench of decay, a telltale sign of the undead. But awareness extends beyond the physical realm. It's also about understanding your enemy. Zombies are creatures of instinct, not intellect. They're drawn to noise and movement. Use this to your advantage. Create diversions, mislead them, outsmart them. And lastly, be aware of yourself. Understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and your limits. The struggle for survival isn't just a physical battle, it's a mental one. Fear, despair, panic. These are emotions that can cloud your judgment and impair your decision-making. Learn to control them. Remember, in this grim new world, knowledge is power. It's the shield that guards you against the night, the beacon that guides you through the darkness, so stay alert, stay aware, stay alive. Remember, a watchful eye could be the difference between life and undeath. In the face of the undead, preparation isn't just key, it's survival. Now, let's talk about readiness. It's not just about stashing away canned goods and bottled water. No, it's about being mentally and physically prepared for what's to come. It's about knowing that you've got what it takes to face the walking dead head-on. It's about standing tall, even when your knees are shaking. You see, in a world filled with the undead, it's not enough to just exist. You need to be ready to fight, to run, to hide, and to survive. It's about understanding that every decision you make, every step you take, could be the difference between life and death. Remember, your body is your first and last line of defense. It's your weapon, your shelter, your transport. Regular exercise and maintaining a healthy lifestyle are no longer just about looking good, they're about staying alive. But let's not forget about the mind. It's your compass, your strategist, your motivator. It's what keeps you going when the chips are down. So ensure you keep it sharp. Read, learn, stimulate it. Be aware of your surroundings, understand your environment, and strategize. And of course, let's not forget the essentials: food, water, medical supplies, and weapons. You're going to need sustenance to keep you going, water to keep you hydrated, medical supplies to treat injuries, and weapons to fend off the undead. But remember, it's not just about hoarding, it's about knowing how to use what you have and making it last. It's about understanding that in a world where resources are limited, every bit counts. It's about being smart. It's about being resourceful. It's about being prepared. Remember, in this new world, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better your chances of survival. So, keep learning, keep preparing, and keep surviving. And remember, when the undead rise, it's not those who are strongest or fastest who survive, it's those who are prepared. When the undead rise, it's the prepared who survive. In a world gone mad, flexibility isn't just a virtue, it's a requirement. As we navigate this labyrinth of the living dead, one thing is clear. The rules of yesterday no longer apply. Just as the world has changed, so must we. Each day brings new challenges, new dangers, and new opportunities for survival. The key to navigating this new world order? Adaptability. It's not the strongest who will survive, nor the most intelligent, it's those who can adapt. Think about it. You're not just fighting off the undead. You're learning to live in a world that's drastically different from the one you once knew. The rules of society, the comforts of technology, the predictability of daily life, gone. In their place, a new world where survival is the only goal. So how do you adapt? You learn. You learn to scavenge for food, to find safe shelter, to defend yourself. You learn to listen for the telltale sounds of danger, to read the signs of an impending zombie horde. You learn to trust your instincts, to make quick decisions, to take risks. But adaptability isn't just about survival skills. It's about mindset. It's about letting go of the past and embracing the present. It's about accepting that the world has changed, and so must you. It's about understanding that in this new world, every day is a challenge, and every challenge is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to adapt. Remember, adaptability is not about changing who you are. It's about changing how you respond to the world around you. It's about being flexible, being open to new experiences, being willing to step out of your comfort zone. It's about being ready to face whatever this zombie-infested world throws at you. So when you find yourself surrounded by the living dead, don't despair. Adapt, learn, grow. Because in this world of the undead, it's not the strongest or the smartest who survive, it's the most adaptable. In the face of the undead, the adaptable thrive. Against the undead, unity isn't just strength, it's hope. In a world where the dead walk and danger lurks around every corner, survival isn't a solitary endeavor. It's a collective effort, a shared responsibility. It's about forming alliances and working together. It's about unity. When the undead rise, people often find themselves thrown into a world they hardly recognize. It's a world that's cruel and unforgiving, a world where the rules have changed. In such a world, no one can survive alone. That's where unity comes in. It's about more than just banding together for survival. It's about trust, cooperation, and shared understanding. It's about recognizing that every individual has something to contribute, that everyone has a role to play in the fight against the undead. Unity is about forming a community, a group of people who can rely on each other in times of need. It's about creating a sense of security, a feeling of belonging. It's about finding strength in numbers, about realizing that together we can face any threat, no matter how formidable. But unity isn't easy. It requires trust, and trust is a commodity that's hard to come by in a world overrun by the undead. It takes time to build, time to grow. But once it's there, it becomes an unbreakable bond, a bond that can weather any storm, fend off any horde of the undead. Unity is the light in the darkness, the beacon of hope in a world consumed by fear. It's the one thing that can keep us going, that can give us the strength to fight another day. It's what makes us human, what sets us apart from the undead. And in a world where the dead walk, where survival is a daily struggle, unity is our greatest weapon, our strongest shield. It's what gives us the courage to face the unknown, the resolve to keep going, no matter what. So, remember, when you're faced with the undead, don't try to go it alone. Seek out others, form alliances, work together, trust in each other, because in the end, it's not just about surviving, it's about living. When faced with the undead, it's unity that gives us hope. In the shadows of the undead, survival isn't just a goal, it's a necessity. So what have we learned today? In this world of nightmares, awareness is your first line of defense. Knowing the signs, understanding the threats, and always being vigilant can make the difference between life and death. Preparation too is key. It's not just about stockpiling food and weapons, but also about preparing your mind and body for the unthinkable. It's about having a plan, and more importantly, being ready to change that plan at a moment's notice. Adaptability, that's your secret weapon. The ability to adapt to new challenges, to think on your feet, to turn a dire situation into a survivable one. And lastly, unity. In a world gone mad, we must rely on each other. Together we are stronger. Together we can survive. Remember,